to show you guys how to change your facts that you've been working on, these facts up here, and how to make them persuasive. When we talk about something that's persuasive, we talk about something that really convinces people to do something, to make them believe or to make them want. For example, in this commercial here, if you were to watch it, it would say something along the lines of, hurry, offer ends Monday, urgent, make it fast, buy one, get one free. You see, one way that we could persuade people is to make them feel like it's urgent, like they need to hurry, like that offer ends, like to act now, like to don't wait. You see, this is one thing I could add to my facts to make them seem more interesting, to make them seem more appealing, like people want to go, want to do. So make it feel urgent. We see this oftentimes when people are trying to sell things because they're saying it's a sale, it ends Monday. For you could use this often to make people feel like if they don't act now, they'll miss their chance to go to your planet or moon. Another way that people do it is often to sparkle and glitter. What I mean by sparkle and glitter is that you make your planet sound like it's the best, and you don't make stuff up. You genuinely make people feel like it's the best, it's the highest, it's the most, it's the improved, it's the new, it's the rich, it's the best in class, it's the top. Now, don't tell people it's the best if it's not the best. Don't tell people if it's the highest if it's not the highest. You don't want to lie to people. But if it truly is the highest volcano in all the solar system and people could come and explore this amazing volcano, Olympus Mons on Mars, then say it. Don't just say Mars has the highest, or Mars has a volcano called Olympus Mons. No, make people feel like they are experiencing something that they won't see anywhere else, like the lakes of Titan, or like the spot on Jupiter, or like the clouds of acid in Venus. I know that sounds terrible, but one of the things that you could do with persuasion is by using these words, it allows you to actually make your planet sound interesting, even though it might be deadly. The last technique I want to talk to people about is the emotion. One of the best ways to get people to feel like they should go is to get them to feel safe, to get them to feel like it's part of their dreams or their goals. One of the most powerful words in persuasion is the word you. When you talk directly to them, instead of using I, saying you. When people hear the word you, they know that they are being spoken to. And it's a different thing when they're reading something and it says you. It's kind of like in a movie when you're looking at the screen and all of a sudden somebody looks at the screen and starts talking to you. It's kind of like that. Like it's that sudden catch of attention. And by using the word you in there is really, really powerful. Using words like explore and find and experience, that really ties into people's emotions and sense of curiosity, like they wonder about things. And so these are really quick ways that you could persuade people. So I've shown you these three. I want to show you what they actually look like in a poster. Here I've got my facts, right? Mars, a very thin atmosphere made of carbon dioxide. I want to show you guys how I could take those and add some persuasive language to make people convinced. Let me show you how. So let's take, for example, the word Mars. I want people to feel a sense of urgency. Like if they don't go to Mars right now, they're going to miss their opportunity. So I chose urgency, one of those techniques I talked about. Don't miss your opportunity to visit Mars. I made it sound like it was urgent, like you're going to miss out if you don't go now. Then I started thinking about the atmosphere, right? The atmosphere is made of carbon dioxide. And if I know anything about breathing, you cannot breathe carbon dioxide. You will die. So I needed to make people feel safe. So I decided to put the words breathe comfortably in your new spacesuit. Mars has a very thin atmosphere made of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and argon. Instead of saying, suffocate to death in Mars' very thin atmosphere, I said breathe comfortably in your new spacesuit. I used two words that were really powerful, comfortably and your. Both of them tie at emotion. They speak directly to people. Let's try another one here. Let's talk about how far it was from Earth, or from the sun. That's a hard one to make sound interesting. But I can really make it sound interesting by saying it's almost as good as Earth. Earth is home. We know Earth is 1 AU. Mars sits 1.5 AU. And so I really kind of compared it to Earth to make people feel like it's almost as good. But then I started thinking about the travel time, right? Like, it's going to take people 9 days to get there. That's a long time. And I don't want people to say, like, well, I'm 9 days stuck in a giant hunk of metal in the middle of space where I could die instantly at any second, any moment. No, relax and enjoy. Using words that really tie into the emotions about how people feel. Relax and enjoy the 214.52 hours aboard or about 9 days ride aboard this specially designed rocket. Not just any rocket, but it's a specially designed rocket. If it's going to Mars, it's going to be special. It's going to be designed in a way that no one else has ever seen before. So relax and enjoy. It's unique. You see, now people are thinking, oh yeah, I could really get into this. Another thing I could do is I could think about Mars and its features, right? Like Mars has seasons, polar ice caps, volcanoes, canyons, and weather. You know who else does? Earth. So feel like home. You know, whenever you hear the words feel like home, it makes people feel a little bit more comfortable about it. It feels like home with seasons and a polar ice cap and volcanoes and canyons and weather. I know volcanoes don't sound that great, but Earth has volcanoes. So maybe Mars does feel like home. And then the last thing I had to do was make the hazard sound good. And one of the best ways you could do that is to make people feel safe. To make them feel like they're going to be okay if they go to Mars. And one of the ways I did that was weather the storm in your very own pod. It will protect you. Just like I did with breathing comfortably, I used words that would make people feel safe, like protect, but then I also spoke to them by using the word your or you or own. You can do this same thing. You can really speak to people. Notice how throughout this entire time I did not use the word I, because this poster is not supposed to convince me. I'm already going. It's supposed to convince you. And those are some of the most powerful words that I could say. You, your. Those words are extremely powerful. And so this is how we could persuade people in our posters to make them feel like they should go and they want to. Good luck.